What's that?
We're going to find out. All right, so I have a picture underneath a series of rectangles and squares, okay, that are covered. All right, so I saw this strategy at a math conference I went to 2 years ago, I guess 2 years ago. And I thought it was pretty cool, because a lot of times when you're given a problem, there's so much stuff happening that can be a little overwhelming. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reveal the problem a little bit at a time, and then you're going to make a guess as to what you think is coming next. Okay? So at this point, eyes I would think should be up here, because you should see this. This would be a visual thing, right? You're going to need to see it to understand it. You're not going to be able to understand it by just listening. Okay? So this is a picture of something. Make a wild guess. What might be the first thing that you see on the next slide? And talk to someone sitting next to you.
No idea.
Make a guess. What might it be?
A unicorn.
Unicorn, nice. One day it might be.
A unicorn.
A cube.
Like little cube.
All right.
About something of
3, 2, 1, 0. Remember, I expect you to be on task the whole time when you're having your conversation. We're not talking about what's in people's notebooks. Okay, so when I give you time to talk, you talk about what I'm asking you to talk about. And if you ever want to ask a question to extend the conversation, you can always ask, why do you think that? You can always ask that question. That always extends the conversation. And it leads to something interesting. So,
ha.
I heard one person get it right. So there's a cube. So what might you see next? What might be the next thing that we see? Talk to someone sitting next to you.
Because already
I'm just trying to see you. I understand. I realize that. What? I know it doesn't look. It's usually going to be better. Just different colors.
I don't see different colors.
I think it's like when I feel you like the different shade of color.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, I don't think so. Oh, well, yeah, don't worry about that.
¿Qué es eso?
All right, here's next. All right, so I'm going to reveal some more of the picture. What do you think it's going to be? Talk to someone sitting next to you.
No, a printer. No unicorn. A unicorn. I thought you were a unicorn. I want a unicorn.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and 0.
Unicorn. Blue bombers, 3 planes, buzzing, say what? Baseball.
What's going to be next? Talk to someone sitting next to you. What's going to be next?
I don't know. I don't have an idea.
Yes, make a guess.
We change
What are we going to see next?
Annabelle said you have to change the date of the video.
Oops.
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, 3, 2, 1, stop, and focus.
Can I have 5 minutes? 5 minutes. I need to fill this out.
You were absent, Greg. That's why you're the only one.
No, but he could have paid this yesterday.
I'm just saying. But he had less time than everybody else. All right, 3,
2.
Wait, so there were some numbers revealed now. So we have some words, we have boxes, we have numbers. What is happening here? Talk to someone else. I think it's the last one. I think everything's going to be revealed next. I think everything's going to be revealed next.
I think in the 7
All right, 3, 2, 1, and 0. The next time I do this, I need to remember to call the slides math. instead because Santiago saw the answer from the beginning.
Can I put it?
Baseballs. Okay, baseball.
Little ball.
All right. So these are baseballs. So these are boxes of baseballs.
I know nothing about baseball.
You're not going to need to know anything about baseball. This is the problem. You are a shipping expert. Okay. So what that means is shipping is if you've ever gotten a box from Amazon, if you ever got a box from somewhere, that is called shipping. So it's when you have something, you put it in a box and you mail it or send it somewhere else. So you are going to play the role of a shipping expert. You have been hired by the company, Championship Baseballs, to figure out some stuff for them. And the thing you're going to have to figure out is which is the best way to ship baseballs. Now, the word best can be argued, right? And we are definitely missing some information. So the very first thing I want you to do by yourself, and I'm going to give you about a minute. Okay, I want you to, in your notebook or in your head, whatever one you want, even though writing in your notebook is way more effective than just doing it in your head. I want you to think, what is some information as a shipping expert and what this means about best? What do you need to know? What is some information that is missing from this problem that will make your life better and will make you able to think about this problem? Just think 1 minute, silent, write it out. What might be some info you're missing? Quiet. Okay, now talk to somebody sitting next to you. What do you think is some information that is missing from this problem that you need to know?
So in the little championship baseball, how many balls for then how many balls are then it says 100. How many balls do they need? Like how much money are going to they spend? What does it mean?
Separately, like maybe I'm gonna have to like separately do at a time.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and 0. So I heard some thoughts. What is some information that you would need to be able to give the best opinion you can as an expert to this baseball company? Martin, you know which one thing?
How much does it take and how much does it cost?
How much does it take? What do you mean?
How many times will it take from the program from their destination to their
Okay, so time
and
from
how
what
much does it
factory to destination?
cost? Yeah. And the other thing is how much does it cost?
How much does what cost?
The shipping.
No, the product, no, the shipping. The shipping, yeah.
How much does the shipping cost?
Spend.
Santiago.
Maybe how many all the balls weigh all together.
How much does the balls? How much does each baseball weigh?
And how many they need? How many they need?
How many there are? What do you mean?
How many they want?
How many baseballs there are where?
They need. How many they need?
How many baseballs are being shipped?
How many boxes?
What else? What we need to know? What do you?
Maybe how many people they need, like to carry a box.
How many people are needed to carry the box? Like the weight of the box?
Yeah, like for example, it's
Weight of the box. What else do we need to know? Anything? Gabriel. I'm getting there. Okay.
How many, what is the maximum ball that could be in a box to a box?
Volume.
Okay, so what is the volume? Ooh, math term. What is the volume? Well, weight. Sorry, weight is a math term. Cost is a math term. We're getting the volume or maximum capacity of a box.
Or how many boxes they need?
No, I think the weight.
You go.
What kind of balls do they need? Because I see them a lot of times.
There's different kinds of baseballs.
Yes, what kind of balls do they need? That's not how the sheet. Yes.
Are you thinking maybe why would what the different kinds might matter? Why might that matter?
Or maybe they just want classic.
Classic one.
Yeah, or what color?
Okay. Would there be any difference with that, do you think?
Well, it depends on the shipping, but
Okay.
like what they are asking.
Goes.
That, how do we need to pack them? Like how much space?
Okay. All right, anything else? All right, I see I'm losing some people in the back. So this is what you're gonna do. It's been 20 minutes since we sat down. So I want you to get up, move, like leave your stuff here, not your writing utensil. Get that writing utensil, get to your desk and get a second writing utensil out. So you should have two writing utensils. Donkey shorts.
Can it be of the same color?
Donkey shorts. 10,
Can it be of the same color?
8, 7. Standing up. Two writing utensils in your hand. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right. So if you are right-handed, you will start with your right hand. If you are left-handed, you will start with your left hand. You can be standing up like by your desk and stuff. You can need to come back. Stand up, please. Stand up, please. Stand up, please.
Stand up.
Gentlemen, stand up, please. Good night, sweet prince. Stand up, please. Good night, sweet prince is from Hamlet. I say it when I get frustrated. I say good night, sweet prince. Can someone please help Manolo get up? I am not appreciating this at all. All right, so what needs to happen? What I'm doing right now, the purpose of what I'm about to do is so that you have a chance to get your brain woken up a little bit. And so I need 2 minutes of your time so that you can wake up a little bit. Okay? So we will make sure, especially in the afternoon, that we have time every 20 minutes or so that we're doing something. So if you write with your right hand, start with your right hand. If you write with your left hand, start with your left hand. And do what I do. One complete revolution, just one, and catch it. Just one, not two, not a half, one complete revolution. All right, and once you have that mastered, move over to your weak hand. One, just one, just one, just one. And then if you master that, do both. Both hands. Do both hands. Both. 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 Okay, good. Both. Both. All right, and sitting down in your spots in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay, so I'm going to give you some information, and some information we're going to research. But today, just for this portion of the problem, I'm going to put some constraints on it. So we're going to start with a smaller problem, and we'll keep working and working. Well, let's not do the pens anymore. Don't make me regretful of it. Okay. I am going to make up a fictitious shipping cost.
Friday.
Okay. I'm going to say, because when you really start figuring this out, you're going to need, we'll probably use the states, because unless I can find some websites here. But depending on how fast you want something shipped, there's all different kinds of
Like
prices.
Amazon.
Okay, there's all different kinds of prices. And like Amazon, maybe you would recommend to the company that they should pay for shipping, or they should have the customer pay for shipping. So these are all different things we're going to think about. But today, what you're going to be thinking about, how much the shipping costs, we're going to say $3 a pound.
That's so. That's
$3 a pound. Now, how much does baseball weigh? It weighs 5.25 ounces.
grams.
All right. Now, what is something you're going to need to know about ounces and pounds?
How much
That's
are we
16
supposed?
ounces.
How much are?
Pound.
Good, you know that. 16 ounces
I
is
don't
1 pound.
I don't think that I remember that.
Good. 16 ounces is 1 pound. I was actually thinking it was 12, and you said 16. You're like, yeah, that's right. 5.25 ounces. How many baseballs will be shipped today and only today? Today and only today. 12
30.
and so we're going to figure out the best way to ship 12 and the best way to ship
Oh.
24. Now,
You understand? What the 45?
this is the size in our pretend model of one baseball. So the baseball comes in boxes, little boxes. So it comes in little boxes. So this is one baseball. Understood? So you're going to need, this is just one baseball.
What are you doing, baseball?
Okay?
A ball.
It's one baseball. See the baseball and see how they're in little boxes?
How big is
How
the
many
box?
books?
Okay.
How many tires?
This is the, so we have two size boxes, one that fits 12 baseballs exactly, and one that fits 24 baseballs exactly. Okay. All right. So anything else that you need to know? I mean, you can figure out this stuff.
Wait, you want $3 a pound?
Yeah, $3 a pound.
1 pound is 16 ounces.
You might not need that information to figure out all the different ways you can ship that box today. You may not. Okay? I'm just going to give you some time. I'm going to give you 20 minutes. You're going to need how many of these per person? You know?
Go.
24. It's 12 and 24. So your real goal for today when it comes to the problem is to, what do you think is the best way to ship? Okay? And then I'm going to use another fancy term. Because someone mentioned volume, I think that was Salvador.
Yeah.
The very first time we do this, you do it on your own. And I look at your work, I ask questions about it, make you think, and then you get with the team later. Okay?
Wait, but Mr. Like,
Okay.
if it's
So volume, there's also going to be something that you have to think about, dimensions. Okay?
how much it
This baseball has a dimension of 1 by 1 by 1. This is 1 by 1 by 1. All right? That means it has a width, it has a length, and it has a height of 1. Okay, it's 3 dimensions. It's 3-dimensional.
next time
It's a 3D object. All 3D, 3-dimensional objects have 3 dimensions. They have height, a length, and a width.
What's LXL?
This is the 1. This is 1 by 1 by 1. Okay. And so I want you to try and figure out which one do you think, what it would be the best way to ship 12 baseballs and the best way to ship 24 baseballs. Okay? Yes, sir.
how much it costs a gram to ship?
All I know right now is pounds and ounces.
How much
Okay.
does every pound?
So can we divide? So like it's 5.
I'm saying right now, for this today, right now, you don't need to know because everyone's going to be dealing with the same weight. 12 baseballs weigh the same weight, 24 weighs the same weight. So however you manipulate the product, it's still going to have the same weight. So I wouldn't really worry about weight right now. This is just the first step in.
But if you decide to ship them individually, then you'll be wasted.
Oh, I guess, yeah, if you wanted to think of it that way. But let's, for the sake of argument, today, you need to figure out the best, or what you think is the best way to ship 12 baseballs in one box, and the best way to ship 24 baseballs in one box. Okay. 12 and 24. Okay. So you're going to need to keep track of all the different possible dimensions.
So,
Yes.
so we're gonna figure out how many. Can you please repeat that last part that I didn't understand?
You need to keep track of the dimensions of the box. Because in our fictitious world, we have boxes that fit whatever you design. Okay? So what are all the different ways that you could pack a box, okay, with 12 baseballs and with 24 baseballs?
So one ball.
This is one ball.
Yeah, we have to make like 24 balls in one box.
There's two different size boxes, one that can fit 24 and one can fit 12. What is the best way to arrange it?
And how many balls do they need?
We don't need to worry about that today. This is just the very first part of it.
So it's gonna be like.
There's going to be more to this. We're going to be working on this over several days. Okay. All right. So, the people who are supposed to be on the floor, do you not want to be on the floor for this?
No.
Okay. No? Do I have other people who are willing to work on the floor? Who's willing to work on the floor today? No one. Okay. That's fine.
The number ones already went photo, but they're saying for big man.
And you, Jenna, are you not wanting to sit on the floor ever again for anything?
No, for reading.
Just for reading?
Yeah. No, I just like to read.
You're fine?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll need to figure that out. So that means this is the problem. This is what science says. This is what research says. The closer you are to someone doing this, the more your work is going to look like theirs.
But
They've done this with people all over the world.
if you
The
are.
closer you are to someone in a group, the more your work starts to look like theirs.
So if
It's just natural because you start looking around, you see someone's work, you start thinking about it, and it kind of looks the same. So the further we are from each other, the better it is for this, because you will know what you know. Okay? So, I wish I could think of a different. I can't. Anyway. Let's do the work in your math journal for now. It's fine. And again, you need.
Math journal.
Well, you just have your math notebook. Sorry. So you need 24 of these back. Buckets. Well, again, the further you work away from people, the better.
Please get this dust.
We'll get there. Well, once you figure out all the different ways to do 12 and 24, which one of those is the best one? You can figure out the best way to ship 12 baseball, the best way to ship 24. It's going to be kind of up to you and your preference. You're gonna build.
What are we doing?
What do you have? I mean, it can be, but people are wanting to work on the floor, so it's great. What are those dimensions? That's up to dimensions. 24. What are all the different shapes of boxes you can use for 12? And what are all the different shapes of boxes you could use for 24? For 12 and 24. What are all the different shape boxes for 12? What are all the different shape boxes for 24? This is just by yourself. Not talking. Not. How can I convince you guys not to talk? Like seriously. No, that doesn't do it. And is that the only way you can do it?